Hi guys, if you thought there couldn't be anyone dumber in the Republican Party than Donald Trump, let me introduce you to Tommy Tuberville, who, while sounding like a 2010s podcaster, is actually a senator for the state of Alabama. Tommy believes here that Zelensky wants to continue fighting, but isn't entirely sure why. He's also convinced that the Ukrainian president has been brainwashed by socialists in Europe. The senator then contradicts something other Republicans have said, that any deal will involve Ukraine. Who the heck votes for these people?
Zelensky, for some reason, wants this war to keep going. And
No, it's not for some reason. He wants the war to keep going. No, he wants to win the war. He wants to defeat Russia. He wants to kick them out of his country. He wants this war to keep going. Just let that marinate in your mind for a moment. So Zelensky doesn't actually want to win the war. He just wants to maintain this war. He wants to keep this sort of stalemate continuing. For what reason? You know, the guy himself here, Tommy, doesn't seem to understand why that would be the case. He's just throwing that out there. Zelensky just wants to continue this war. I don't know why, but he just wants to continue it.
He has been, I guess, brainwashed by the globalist, socialist group in Europe and even...
Okay. So the leaders in the European Union or in the UK as well, these are all globalist socialists. Okay, so Macron is a globalist socialist. Meloni as well. Keir Starmer, you know, people on the left have described Keir Starmer as more of a conservative than a socialist. You know, which countries are we talking about here which are supporting Ukraine and are socialist? I'd love to know. You know, because there are a few socialist-leaning countries in Europe, but not all of them are supporting Ukraine, and they're certainly not in the majority. So what the hell is this guy talking about?
Some over here that, hey, just keep this thing going. We'll keep funneling money to you, but they couldn't be more wrong. President Trump is tired of people dying, our American taxpayer dollars.
Okay, if Donald Trump is tired of people dying, then why hasn't he demanded that Putin remove his forces? We keep hearing this from Trump and his supporters. Donald Trump is tired of seeing all this death. Then why hasn't he demanded that Putin remove his troops? If Putin removed his troops, the war would end tomorrow. So why is Donald Trump not demanding this? Donald Trump keeps talking about how he's powerful, how Putin respects him, but we've yet to hear one iota of a demand that Putin remove his forces, that Putin stop the fighting. It's all about Zelensky has to stop the fighting, even though Zelensky did not invade Russia. Zelensky did not start this. Putin did. So it makes sense that the person who started the battle, started the war, would stop it. But we've yet to hear Donald Trump or his sycophants or idiots like this guy say, actually, you know, we should be demanding that Putin stop fighting. Why is it always Zelensky that has to stop the fighting?
Pair of dollars going over there, and so he'll try to get this finished, but Zelensky's going to play hardball, but you know what? He's not even in the game. It's going to be Putin and President Trump and the people on our side that will end up making this decision for the future of Ukraine.
Tommy, how would you like if another country decided we're going to negotiate on behalf of the United States? The United States can sit there in the corner, shut the F up, and we're going to negotiate on behalf of the United States, while at the same time criticizing the United States, criticizing its leader, saying the leader is a dictator, and saying, look, don't worry, we will negotiate a good deal on your behalf. Would you be happy with that, Tommy? I doubt he would. I think he would say, no, if there's a negotiation taking place, we are going to be in charge of that. If it's affecting our sovereignty, then we will be at the table, not somebody else. Under what scenario should a country say, yes, I'm going to allow somebody else to negotiate on my behalf, and at the same time, I'm going to be allowing them, even though they're antagonistic towards me, even though they have talked only in only positive terms about the other side. Under what scenario would somebody go along with that? Of course, Ukraine is not going to accept that. And even if Donald Trump comes back with some sort of deal from Putin, it's not going to be enforced. How are you going to enforce it? How are you going to convince Ukraine to stop fighting? Just by Donald Trump saying it? We said before, even if Donald Trump did have some sort of agreement with Putin, there's nothing to stop Putin from tearing it up the very next day. He has torn up agreements in the past. These people are insane. But the bigger question is, who the frigging hell votes for them? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.